Hi, this is Doug, and I'm going to go over how to utilize Blackboard in this short video. So once you are on your computer, you go to your web browser, and if you would just type in courses.icc.edu for the URL, you'll come to this page, okay? And this is where you start, okay? In here, where it says username, you'll put your ICC username that you've been assigned. Mine's a little bit different because I'm a faculty member, but yours will be something like DP123, and you might have a letter on the end also, like the letter A, depending on how popular your name might be, or your initials. Secondly, you should have your password, your default password, for the first time you get in is capital I, capital C, and then the first or the last 5 digits of your Social Security number. The last 5 digits. So capital ICC and the last 5 digits of your Social Security. Again, I've changed mine over time, so I'm going to type it in. And then we hit login. Whoops. What did I do? Oh, I made mine too long. I have lots of logins, so. And you should get something that looks something like this. I'm going to make it a little bigger for you. And if I turn off, let's see here. That's pretty good. Over here on the right-hand side, you should see event-driven programming and Doug Peterson's online office hours. You should be a member of both of those. So now you click on that, and this takes you to the first page. I'll turn this off so mine looks like yours. And this is just an announcement page welcoming you to the class. Again, our class is going to run through the rest of fall and through my spring semester. Since you guys are on, I believe it's trimesters, yours will be a little bit different. But in other words, you're going to run from, I think it's November 27th, isn't it, down over till March. So if you'd read over this, okay, it's just a welcome, all right? So that's the announcements. Then if you go over here to professor contact info, you'll see the easiest way to get a hold of me is via email, okay? So here's my email address, and I'll show you another way to email me right through Blackboard. Phone number to get a hold of me at ICC, and if I'm not in my office a lot, but if it's an emergency, you can dial this number, and that's the office of the department I work for, and they can get a hold of me if it's truly an emergency. Okay, this is my office. If you have ever decide you want to come to my office in the East Peoria campus in the technical building, and I'm going to post some office hours for you guys pretty soon. But be aware that as of right now, I do have office hours for the regular ICC students, which you're more than welcome to come to. And again, I'll be posting all those in the next couple of days after I talk to some people at Notre Dame. The most important thing I can tell you is there are no shortcuts in learning how to program. You have to put the hours in. It's no different than if I told you, okay, today I'm going to start teaching you Latin or Spanish or some language you don't know. It's very similar in the amount of time you need to put in to be really good at this. Okay? And you may never be the Mozart of programming, but if you put the time in, I guarantee you, you'll reap the benefits of it. Okay? And again, the easiest way to get a hold of me is via email. The course syllabus, okay, is on this page, along with the federal definition of a college credit hour. Now, a college credit hour is basically the course you're taking is a 3-hour credit hour class. In our ICC's credit hours, that means there's 2 hours of lecture a week and 2 hours of lab. The lab hours only count a half of a credit a piece. So you actually, if you were on campus taking this course, you would be in class 4 hours a week. So that's how we get the 3 credit hours, okay? Then if you take the 4 hours that you spend in class, and by federal guidelines, it approximates that for every hour you're in the classroom, that you have 2 hours of homework outside the classroom. So now if you take 4 times 2, that's 8. So total hours that you should spend in the class a week is about 12 hours. That being said, and you going, oh my gosh, that'll vary depending on your reading speed. Can you type? Have you programmed before? Things like that come into play. Again, the faster you can type, of course, the better, or the more accurate you can type, really, the better off you're going to be. And then if you divide those 12 hours over 7 or an 8-day, we'll have an 8-day week where you are given an assignment like on a Monday, and it'll be due at midnight the following Monday. So you actually have 8 days to get your homework done. So if you put in 2 hours a day, it'll be more than enough, or should be anyway. Okay, so probably more like an hour and a half or so. But you got to do it every day. You cannot wait until the night before your homework's due and program it and think that you're going to learn it. You might get it done early on, but as the course goes on, the assignments are going to get longer and harder. So you don't want to be procrastinating, okay? As far as the syllabus goes, this is the official one that we turn into the state. You can go over it if you'd like. Let's see here. So there's the book, We're going to get all the way through most of this, probably get through arrays. We'll get through maybe even into how to do objects, but probably not. Probably just through 2-dimensional arrays, okay? So don't pay too much. Just be advised, this is the class you're taking. Again, it says 2 lecture, 2 lab, 3 semester hours, and what guidelines it meets, okay? The book and the software, this is what your book should look like, okay? It's the 7th edition of the Gaddis book, okay, starting out with Visual Basic. And I've given you the data files. You probably won't need them. And you need to have access to the latest version. I got 2015 here. I think there's I don't know if 2016 is out there. If it is, that's fine. You can download that for nothing, okay, through dreamspark.com, or I don't know if your school is going to provide you with a copy or whatever. But you should have that. You should have it at home. You're going to want to work on your programs at home, not just in the hour or 2 you have at school each day. That won't be enough time, okay? You're going to need to have access at home. Course guidelines. The information presented here belongs to me and ICC. So if you want to reproduce it, you need to get a hold of me. Correspondence requirements. I can have upwards of 100 students a semester. So if you send me an email, you have to tell me who you are and what class you're in. So in your case, you'll say Computer Science 124, somewhere in the subject line. And then you need to tell me what you're contacting me for, okay? So don't forget to do that, because I can't, always know exactly who's contacting me. I get hundreds of emails a day. I need to see the ones that are important, and that's you guys. Here's how to contact me, different ways, and also if you're having problems on campus. I know most of the time you guys won't be on campus, but just in case you have to call ICC, You can call my office, the dean's office, whatever. And like I said before, I'll have some office hours posted for you. Here's the due dates. So I shouldn't have to post. I'll try and post what day everything's due. But you should know that the week starts on a Monday and ends on a Monday. So about midnight on Monday, the new assignment will come up, and then it's due at 11:59 the following Monday. Okay? We do have programming tutors at ICC, but you also have Miss Brown at your school I believe, will be helping you guys. My attendance policy, again, this even pertains, even though you are an online student, you have to keep up with your work. If you do not keep up with your work, after a period of time, I'm sure I would be contacting Notre Dame and your instructor over there, but we will, if you don't participate, we do drop students for non-participation. Okay? Your e-portfolio, I'll go through in a future one. Course leveling, you cannot use anything, if you've already know Visual Basic or that, you cannot use those things until we're covered in the book. You can only use things that have been covered in the book. Okay? Grading, you can see my grading scale here. It's a little higher than you might think. However, you're my students. I expect a lot from you. Why are these higher than others? Just what I said, because you're a student of mine. Is the percentage shown in the Blackboard grader correct? No, it is not. All you need to know from the Blackboard grader is how many points was it worth, the assignment, and how many points did I get? Because then you can tell how you're doing in the course. If you're getting 9 or 10 out of 10, you're doing really well. If you're only getting 2s or 3s or 5, you need to see me or get a hold of me and find out why. Also, the other thing you can tell, did Doug grade my paper? Okay. I don't give grades. You earn the grade. If you earn an A, you'll get an A. If you earn an F, you'll get an F. Data storage, we'll talk more about that. What you should know, everything. It all builds on what you learn in week 1 or lesson 1, you should know in lesson 16. It's not like a class where you can learn about a country or something, take the test, and move on to another country. If you don't know, do you have the good enough technology skills? I'm sure your school's helping you, but we do have a checklist. I also have an explanation of different modes. I present all my classes the same. It doesn't matter, again, what mode you're in. Just depends on how much physical time you spend with me. I already went over the federal definition of a credit hour, and contract expectations are given here. Normally, I'm going to get back to you in 12 hours or so. I mean, again, it could be 30 minutes. It just depends on what time of day you get a hold of me. So make sure you go over that. So that's just the course outlines or Blackboard up to course guidelines. I'll be back to talk more about some of the other stuff that can be found in Blackboard. Have a great day.